Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. So today I wanted to share with you my December free card kit. I am featuring the Circle Sayings stamp set. So remember, you can receive my monthly card kit as a free gift in the mail from me to you when you place a minimum $50 order that month. So that's $50 before tax and shipping. I do also have a coordinating host code that goes along with this kit. Just don't use that host code if your order is going to be $150 or greater. You will still receive this kit from me and you will earn Stampin' Rewards, and I don't want you to lose those. Now, if you are, maybe you are not ready to place a Stampin' Up! Order with me, or you already have a demonstrator, or you yourself are a demonstrator, don't worry. You can still have access to this kit. It is $15.98. I've got a direct link, PayPal link down below where you can purchase the kit. But just remember, this kit is only available in the United States. So if you're outside of the United States, I cannot sell it or send it to you, okay? So yeah, direct links down below. There's also a direct link down below to my online Stampin' Up! Store for those of you who want to place a minimum qualifying order to receive this card kit as a free gift. So again, we are using the Circle Sayings stamp set, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial, and I'm going to show you the kit and the projects that I've created, and I'm going to walk you through how to create each one. And the kit that you receive in the mail from me comes with all of the consumable supplies that you'll need. So it comes with all of the consumable supplies that you will need to create one of each of the 3 projects included in the kit. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into today's tutorial. I have a guest here in the studio, so let me lower the camera for him. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Say happy stamping.
Happy birthday.
I hope you enjoy my mama's kit and her video tutorial. Okay, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's get started. So your kit will come with all of the consumable supplies that you need to make one of each of the projects. There are envelopes, and then there is a color PDF in here that has the measurements for each project, so that if you want to recreate these ideas in the future, you've got those measurements. So that's what comes in the kit, and I'm going to show you all of the additional supplies that I am using so that if you want to recreate these cards exactly as I have, you can do that. So again, featuring the Circle Sayings stamp set. So you would need this set, or, you know, if you are not going to create them exactly as I have, you could use whatever you want. And then the ink colors that I am doing or using is quite a bit. I'm using Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Basic Gray, Smoky Slate, Pool Party, and Daffodil Delight. And then I am also using Stampin' Blends. We're going to do, I mean, these cards are so much fun, you guys. We're doing some really fun things with these cards. So I've got, for Stampin' Blends, Light Daffodil Delight, Light Flirty Flamingo, and Dark Pool Party. Then I've also got 2 blending brushes because we're going to do a little bit of that. And then for adhesive, I'm using my Stampin' Seal and then dimensionals. And if there are any other supplies, like, let me just go ahead. I know I'm going to use my chamois to clean my stamps. And then I know I'm going to use my piercing mat for stamping to give myself a little bit of a cushion. But don't worry, all of these supplies are linked down below in the video description, and they're also over on today's coordinating blog post. So you can click down below, add them to your cart if you need any of these things. And then let me just show you the projects really quickly. So we've got this fun birthday card here, and then Vibrant Thinking of You card. I love this card. And then this hello card, which you could use for a variety of occasions. So these are the 3 projects we're creating. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I've got my supplies for card number 1, and I'm going to start first with this piece of basic white that I have pre-punched for you in the kit. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat here and some scratch paper, which actually I don't need that scratch paper just yet. And then for my stamping, I am bringing in, Basic Gray and Flirty Flamingo. And in Basic Gray, I'm going to stamp this little circle sentiment here that says celebrate all around. I'm just gonna put that in the center. Looks good. And then in the center of that, oh, I probably should ink this Flirty Flamingo. I am going to stamp my cupcake. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Here, I don't know if I think I want to stamp it like this. I have got nail polish on the edges of my fingers. I just painted my nails, so disregard if you can see that. Okay, so got my sentiment. Then I'm going to bring in this piece of Petal Pink cardstock, and I've got my Petal Pink ink pad. Now this is where I need my scratch paper. I'm going to bring in the happy birthday sentiment, and I'm going to just stamp this sentiment all the way down the left-hand side of my cardstock, and I'm just going to kind of stagger it a little bit all the way down. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in the rest of the elements for my card so that I can get an idea of placement where I want to do my stamping. So let's see. Let me also bring in the card base to make sure that's where I'm really going to have it. Nope, it's not. So I'm going to scoot that over a little bit more right about here. This is where I'm going to have it. Okay. So I'm just going to put the happy birthday there. And then again here. Then again here. Now I can move this because I've got an idea there. I'm just kind of moving it over. However I want to, just like that. And I think I'm gonna stop there because I don't really want one to be hanging off. So, yep, I think that looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna start putting this card together. So for my card base, I've got a piece of basic white thick cardstock. It is already scored for you, so just crease it with your bone folder. And again, I'm not gonna go over measurements in the video because measurements are on the PDF that is included with the kit. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add my Petal Pink layer down like so. And then I will add this little piece of designer paper. And this designer paper, oh, so this pattern is from, it's from the Lay Shops designer series paper. That's where I got this from. And the other designer paper that I'm using in the kit is from the Lay Shops as well. Okay, so I want to move that over a little bit more. Oops. Scoot it down some. Yep, just like that. So I'll press that, and then we'll do dimensionals on the back of this piece. All right. And then I'll just add this on right about there. And there you have it. That is the first card. Celebrate. Happy birthday. Very quick, simple card. All right, so here are my pieces for card number 2. So you've got a piece of basic white cardstock that I have punched out for you, and you're gonna need your foam mat and your scratch paper again, because we're gonna do some blending. But first, let's start with some stamping. I'm gonna use my smoky slate. I'm gonna come in and first stamp this little ocean horizon, I guess I'll call it. And I'm gonna put that towards the bottom of my circle because I want to put a sentiment at the top. So above that, I'm going to put the banner sentiment that says, sending you a. So I'm just going to put that right above, just like that. In just a minute, we will stamp another sentiment on here. But first, I want to do some ink blending, and I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight ink and my Pool Party ink and my blending brushes. So I've got one here for Daffodil Delight, and all I'm going to do is just kind of swipe my blending brush back and forth over my ink pad, and I'm going to start off of my die cut circle. And then I'm going to come onto that circle, and I am just going to ink up the sunset here with my Daffodil Delight. Add a little bit more ink. And again, I'm going to be off the circle first and then slowly move in. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to do the bottom in Pool Party. So pick up some of that ink, start off the bottom or off the edge, then come on. And I want the Pool Party to blend into the Daffodil Delight. Get a little bit more. Okay. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, I think that's enough Pool Party. And then I'm actually going to come back in with just a tiny bit more of Daffodil Delight just to kind of re-blend in the middle here, kind of unite that Pool Party with the daffodil. So come off the edge, and then I'm going in towards the middle. I just want them to kind of really overlap and blend. Okay. So there you have it. I think it's really, really pretty, and it was so simple and easy to do. And now I'm going to come in with Basic Gray again to stamp another sentiment. I'm stamping the Warm Hello sentiment. I love how easy that ink blending is. I mean, it really makes you feel like an artist, and you don't have to be an expert at all. Super simple. So just stamping that Warm Hello in the middle, and there you go, sending you a warm hello. All right, let's put it together. Basic white thick card base again, already creased scored for you. You just got to give it a little crease there with your bone folder. Then I've got a piece of smoky slate cardstock, and I'm just going to put this onto my card front. Just like that. Then I have got a piece of basic white cardstock that I die cut for you using the Stylish Shapes dies. So you've got that nice little stitched, hopefully it's focused. You've got that nice little stitched edge all around. So we'll go ahead and put this down onto our card front in the center. And I just used a little Stampin' Seal, so I think that's good. Then you've got another piece of designer paper from that Lay Shops. So we'll just add some adhesive to this, and I want this to go across the center of my die cut square, and it's going to go from end to end on the card base. So just like that, and then dimensionals on the back of our beautiful ink blended sentiment. Okay, got my backings off. And we'll just put this in the center of our square here. Okay, press that down. And there you have it, sending you a warm hello. Really, really simple way to practice doing ink blending. I mean, this is a simple card. I love that it kind of has a masculine feel too. But yeah, you got to do a fun technique on there. Love how this card turned out. Very clean, very simple. All right, so last, third and final card. So I am going to bring out this piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock, and again, another punched circle out of some basic white. So in my basic gray ink, I've already cleaned this image. This is the same image that we stamped on the last card. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp it on here. Again, stamping it down, not all the way down, but leaving some space at the top for a sentiment. So we're gonna stamp that. And then I'm gonna come in with the thinking of you sentiment and stamp that in basic gray over the top, just like that. So I'm gonna set this to the side to dry a little bit because we're gonna do some coloring on there. And while that dries, I'm gonna bring in my Flirty Flamingo cardstock and my Flirty Flamingo ink. And this kind of sun ray burst looking image. And I am going to start stamping this image all around my card front. So I'm just going to, very simple, I'm going to start across the bottom. And this does not have to be perfect by any means. I'm just going to create my own background here. So doing a little background stamping. And now I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm actually going to nest that image inside of the other ones that I stamped. So you see how it fits right in that little V shape? So I'm going to go do that all the way across, but I'm going to do this all across the entire background of this piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. And then we start again by flipping it over and repeating the process. All right, so I have got, if I can pick it up, I have got my background complete. So that's how the finished layer looks. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my stamped piece from earlier. And we're gonna get this piece colored in with our Stampin' Blends. Again, I'm using light Daffodil Delight, light Flirty Flamingo, dark Pool Party. This is not going to be colored perfectly either. So what I'm gonna do is start with my Pool Party Stampin' Blend, and I'm gonna use the precision tip, I guess I'll call it. And I am just going to kind of, outline the black lines or the basic gray lines, stamped lines. Let me just say stamped lines. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to the brush tip, and I'm just going to kind of trace some of those stamped lines, but I'm not actually going to color in this image. Okay, that's it. Then with my Daffodil Delight and the brush tip, I'm going to go ahead and color in my sun. I had to make sure I was filming. I couldn't remember if I pressed record. Okay, and then I'm going to go a little bit outside of my sun with the Daffodil Delight. Just like that. And then I'll come in with the brush tip of my Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to fill in. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to color the rest of the space outside of the sun, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring back my Daffodil Delight. I just want to kind of blend into that Flirty Flamingo so that the line isn't so harsh between the two colors, just like that. And there you have the finished colored image there. Isn't that pretty? Thinking of you. All right, let's put this card together. And I just remembered I did use liquid glue on this card. So You will need some liquid glue, or you could just use your Stampin' Seal. You could do that. So basic white thick card base, and I'm going to add this background stamped panel. So we did background stamping for this card, and we did coloring using our Stampin' Blends. What a fun kit. Okay, so then you've got these 3 strips of cardstock. You've got Daffodil Delight, Smoky Slate, and Pool Party. So I'm going to do Daffodil Delight first, then Pool Party, then Smoky Slate. So I want them kind of in the center here. So I will use my liquid glue. Whoops. To adhere these down, but again, you could just use Stampin' Seal. I just wanted to be able to kind of move it if I needed to. Have that little bit of wiggle room with it. Okay. And then dimensionals on the back of our colored sentiment. All right. And I'm just going to put that off to the right about there. Looks good to me. All right, so there it is. That finishes up the 3rd and final card in my Circle Sayings kit, Thinking of You. All right, so there you have it, you guys. That completes the 3 projects in my Circle Sayings free card kit for the month of December 2023. So don't forget, you can earn this kit as a free gift by simply placing a minimum $50 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $50 before tax and shipping. And I've got a direct link to my online store down below in the video description. Or you can purchase this kit outright for $15.98 if you're in the US only. And I've got a PayPal link down below if you'd like to purchase it. Again, it's $15.98, and you'll receive all of the consumable supplies to create one of each of the 3 projects that you see here. So thank you guys so much. Again, the supply list is down below if you would like to purchase any of the specific supplies that you saw me use today. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll be back again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.